Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden, and Panda's off over there doing her thing. What am I doing? I'm gonna focus on garden 2 for today. You can see where I need to trim the side here. I got grass getting way too close to the fence, both on the outside and on the inside. I need to do some harvesting, and just in general, I need to clean up. Garden 2, because it's a perennial. Does that make sense? I'm not out here every day, because most of the stuff doesn't need me out here every day. But I've still got to take care of it. Does that make sense? I cannot let it go wild. I can see there's let me squeeze on in here. There's an asparagus seed right there. You see a little red berry? I need to go ahead and harvest that and let it dry. I need to check the watermelons. I got some weeding to do here in my onions. I need to go ahead and give this a good focus. Get all these weeds that are coming out, get them out, you know? Yeah, just give it a good focus. Hang out with it. Show it some love. Let it be number 1 on the list of things to do. So, you can see I got some messes. All right, let me get busy. All right, not quite done yet, but you can see where the grass is all trimmed back, both outside and inside. And there's supervisor, she's inspecting, she'll go let me know. Again, trimmed back both outside and inside. Kind of pruned some of the dead stuff off of the asparagus. I actually have 3 or 4 I need to harvest. Yay, we'll probably have those with dinner tonight. Having said that, I again came in here and pulled up the nicotina, because I don't want it in here anymore. It profusely seeds, it's okay, I knew that. But as the seeds drop and roll down into that bed, they're a weed. That was one of the reasons why I moved the nicotina to where it is. When the seeds drop, they will roll out of garden 3. Yay! Having said that, that's a garlic. That's a garlic. That's a garlic. 1, 2, 3, there are 4 more garlic right over there. I have no idea why it did not come up in spring. None. I'm completely clueless as to why it didn't come up in spring. But they're thinking about it now. Again, I don't know why. Now the watermelons are doing awesome. So he was not the largest, he is the largest now. Again, don't know why. He's just, I'm assuming that little bit of shade when we had all that crazy heat is what allowed him to grow big. He's the newest one. Didn't even know he was there. So right there, you can just see, there you go, finger. You can just kind of see his roundness. That was the first watermelon that I knew that I had. And there's a watermelon right there next to that log, kind of hidden. He's gotten rather large too. Didn't know he was there. So I have 4 definitive watermelons right now. And having said that, there's a 5th one right there. You can kind of barely see it off the black plastic. I don't know if he'll ripen. He's small enough and we're late enough in the season. Maybe not. But yeah. It's all good. Truly. So, as you can see, one of the baby asparaguses. Need to pull him. There's another one over there. See his little top? Yeah, like I said, I got 3 or 4 in here. So, but I'm not done, so I'll do that when I go to harvest. So I'm gonna walk on the lower side here just so it'll be easier to talk. All the longer vines off my mouse melons, my cucamelons, I'm gonna cut them again. And I say that because I cut them all last time and they've all gotten huge. I have some very large cucamelons going on. Just huge, and a large amount of them because I stopped letting them vine. I cut all the baby vines off. So it got wanting to, you know, it's a big cucamelon. For a cucamelon, you know. Here, we'll do a little size comparison. It's what I was getting before I started cutting all the vines. So when I started cutting vines so it would produce fruit and quit vining, I know you can see the difference. It's just awesomeness. So that's next. Just come over here and work with the cucamelons. And then I need to work in this garden. My yellow wood sorrel getting a little too crazy, and I got weeds in here like that. There's one over there against the blueberry, and they're just, weeds aren't allowed to do that. All right, so let me get on here, get back to work. Grass is trimmed, do some harvesting. You know, take this harvest load in the house, and then work on what I'm going to trim next. Whether it be the other garden, the hill, or the compost stack, because I've got 3 areas, and then it's just, it continues right on down the road. I've got trimming to do, because I don't always trim when I mow. But we're late enough in the season where if I trim, it won't come back this winter, you know, because we're hitting that fall season. So anyway, let me get busy. Payne is here trying to keep me safe from lizards and stuff. All right, I'll talk to you later. Alrighty, again, we're clean. I'm gonna do another quick blow off just because I left, you know, as I was picking stuff and pulling weeds, I left a couple little messes, so I'm gonna do a quick blow off. Having said that, I have almost a gallon of cucamelon, so I will be dehydrating a lot for this winter so I can powder it up and put it with my ranch dressing and do a cuca ranch dressing, which is awesome. Yes. Those are my strawberries. Again, this is why I am probably going to get rid of my everbearing. Good Lord, when I did my June bearing, I mean, this bucket would be full of strawberries. I have mason jars of dehydrated strawberries from my June bearing. Yeah. Not picked berries in 2 weeks. I have 5. And they're not, how do I say it? They're not healthy. I won't lie, I've eaten a couple. They're bitter. They're not, how do I say this? They're not good strawberries. Just to me, they're not. I'm not compared to my June bearing. So if I move them out, then I have room to put my June bearing in, you know, and just let them be. So I have a lot of them. I have no problems doing, you know, 36 jars of strawberries versus 5 strawberries for the month of September, you know? So it's just one of those thought processes. Again, I live here by myself. Same reason why I want to get the woven fabric down everywhere, so I'm not having to edge or trim. I tend a garden space, you know. Efficiencies. The amount I need to do with the least amount of effort. So, yeah. I'm still leaning on, I'm getting rid of the everbearings. We'll see. You know? Alright. Off to the next garden. Which one am I going to do next? I don't know. But we're going to do somebody. So, talk to you in a few. Alright. Garden 3. Same thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start somewhere. You can see where I can mow up here now. So it's not nowhere near as long. And you get back to this corner where I've not finished fixing. And it's getting long. A couple places getting close to the edge. So I'll come out and weed eat this down. The backside is worse. Here with the elderberries, the grass has gotten insanely tall. Do you see Panda's legs? Nope, that's because the grass is that tall. So that'll get mowed down. You know, same thing we did with garden 2. Get it cleaned up. I don't always edge when I mow, and I need to edge. You know, I need to take care of all of this fun stuff. Yes, her tail's wagging. She's chasing grasshoppers and frogs, and she's having a blast. You know, they hide out better in the tall grass, and just watch that tail just go. She is having a blast. All right, so let me go on and get started. Get to trimming, get to edging. And I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Panda says we're done. She's tired of waiting for me. I need to pack it up. Alrighty, so picked a few radishes and lots of peppers. Yay! And then from there, trimmed everything. Whew. Yeah, I'll come up this way. Let's just see that first, so you can see the black edge of the plastic. Panda could walk over here. You can see down to the dirt. Same thing, and then blew everything off. So when I turn the electric fence on, it's electric. Yeah. Like I said, picked some stuff, harvested some stuff. Forgot to buy something to deter the mole or vole or whatever it is that is in this garden. You can see where these two peppers here are just completely gone, and these two are starting to wilt. Looks like that one's starting to wilt too, which means he's down there chewing on the roots. So the hard part about that is I don't see a place where he pushes up. So I could stick a mole trap in, or drop some mole baits or anything like that. There's nothing. So I don't know. I just don't know. I'll figure something out. Otherwise, I have tomatoes. Trying to get the right angle here so you can see there's just a whole wall of tomatoes. None of them are red yet. I got big old beef boys down here. Isn't he huge? Especially compared to the little one next to him. Just huge. But doesn't look like anybody's ripe. Not yet. It's all right. This is how do I say this? This is after the heat wave. So even my little cherries are coming back. You can see them there. So as long as we don't get a cold snap too soon, I'll have tomatoes through Thanksgiving. Had that for the last 2 years. Again, it all depends on when first frost decides to hit. All right, the last thing I did, or the other thing I did, being that the sunflowers had pretty much gone. You can see that one's still kind of standing, but it's done. Came back here with the trimmer, just kind of knocked it all down. But it's late enough, I don't need to clean this up. When I start moving this stuff, the black fabric here, let me zoom out a little. Yes, the black fabric here actually is what goes in front of the door. And then this here's supposed to be a bed, kind of like the nicotine is on the other side, something that I can permanently plant. That's a pollen attractor, but doesn't necessarily interfere with any of the garden stuff. I say that because long term, there are trees here. This is the mini orchard. Mulberries in that bed, cherries in this bed, maybe 2 peaches in this bed, maybe an apricot in this bed, I don't know. Not 100% decided. Elderberries are right there, but this is the orchard, and it's 3-2-3-2-3 or something like that. I've been doing my research on which ones will grow here in my zone really well. That's what I'm doing. So anyway, we're done for the day. I got tools to put away. Panda's like, Mom, all the critters are gone. You mowed the grass. That answer would be yep. So, having said that, y'all have an awesome day. And Miss Panda and I will talk to you later.